Hi guys, how's it going? So I've been following quite a lot of current affairs in America currently, and I should start by saying that I really love this country, America, and I really admire the founders and their courage and bravery, what they created, their love for liberty and freedom, equality and justice under the law. From where I come, that's a strange thing, really. But what they created was really something special, and history has really shown us that yes, what they actually created was groundbreaking. But recently, there's been a lot of things going wrong, and present day America is, I would say, a shell of its original self, and there is a lot of conflict and, I say, loss of identity. So the main question people are asking now is, what exactly is America? Who are we as Americans? What qualifies as being an American? You know, there was something that Joe Biden said when he was president, when he was running for president, I think 2020. He said that the election was for the soul of America. Yeah, I mean, too bad he was demented and senile, and his view or his vision of the soul of America was actually a communist police state that is an authoritarian state. So that is not America. But yes, America is currently battling for its soul. And, I'm just watching and seeing a lot of things go wrong, and people are looking for answers, and they are just not finding the answers. They look on the left, they see these frankly insane set of people who can't differentiate between a man and a woman. Same people who are okay with genital mutilation of kids. I mean, this is just insanity and depravity currently on the left. And they look to the right, and what do they see? Really, people that talk a lot and really get nothing done. So I feel like a typical patriotic American is looking for an answer somewhere, and left and the right is not giving them that answer. So that is why I'm making this video. The answer is already there, and I just want to show you the answer. The answer is in the history. We've seen it already, and I just want to walk you through step by step and see if you see it too. You know, left won't give you the answer, the right won't give you the answer, Democrats won't give you the answer, Republicans will give you the answer. For the most part, they are on the same team. And many Americans are beginning to realize it, that they're like ostracized, They don't really have any other place to go to, don't know where to look, they don't know who to, look up to. I mean, if founders like Thomas Jefferson and George Washington were here, I'm very sure a lot of Americans would breathe easy and sleep easy, knowing that these are the founders and the patriots that, fought for liberty, put their money where their mouth is, and got things done. But we don't have that now. So, the answer to the questions that Americans are asking: what is the soul of America? First, secondly, where did things go wrong? Because let's not mix up, facts. Things are currently very wrong. There's a lot of things wrong on the left and on the right. So they call it. But there's a lot of things wrong. So I mean, I was just looking at the Epstein files recently, and I think most Americans can now see that. I mean, people actually running America are really a small group of very depraved individuals, really sick people, really. I mean, it's just sad to really watch America go down like this. And I feel like it's something that can still be done because, I mean, Americans were hoping Trump would get these depraved people that would now been exposed, the Epstein files. So nothing seems to be happening. Americans are watching as their taxes are being siphoned by all sorts of fraudulent activities exposed really by journalists, especially Nick Shirley, who recently blew up the Minnesota fraud, ring, and it doesn't seem like anything is happening. Americans really want to see illegal immigrants deported en masse, and they are seeing all this opposition and all this fight back, and it seems like Trump is going to, cave in. And the Americans are now wondering, like, what other options do we have? Well, I'm here to show you the answer. The answer is in the history. I want you to just, try to follow along. So this quote here, I mean, this is be a simplification of the answer, but we really need to go into the details, right? Well, this is an interesting quote from Thomas Jefferson. And it says, history, I believe, furnishes no example of a priest-ridden people maintaining a free civil government. Might be might ask yourself, man, what the hell are you talking about? But let's just move on. So, first of all, I want to just show you the history, and then you really look at it and try to connect some dots. But really, you cannot really explain any of this without really explaining, Christianity, because this has really been the core of America. America has always been a Christian nation from the beginning. It's important to understand the history. So let's see this timeline. 100 AD, that was when the last apostle died. 313 AD, that was when Rome officially stopped the persecution of Christians with the Edict of Milan. So before that, Christians were mostly in hiding and were not really loved by the Roman Empire. But Emperor Constantine came and he said, let's stop persecuting the Christians, and apparently he converted and decided to end the persecution. That was the Edict of Milan. 380 AD, this was the Edict of Thessalonica. This was when the emperor in Rome declared Christianity to be the official religion in Rome. This was essentially the birth of the Roman Catholic Church. So it was essentially Catholicism, which was the official religion in Rome. So 476 AD, this was when the Roman Empire fell. Western Roman Empire, that was when it fell. So you can see that between the Edict of Thessalonica and the fall of Rome, that was just about a little shy of 5th century. It wasn't that long, really, comparatively. So 476 AD to 1000 AD, this was when it's referred to as the Dark Ages. And specifically, this was when the Catholic Church was really dominant, after following the fall of Rome. And then there was really nothing much going on if you look at the bigger picture. But then 1517 comes, and that was the Protestant Reformation started by Martin Luther, and it just kind of blew up in all of Europe. And this is the thing. A few years after the Protestant Reformation, the scientific revolution started. This was when we began to just see progress and scientific innovation just spring out of nowhere. It was if you look at the timeline from 1517, and then just shortly after, started seeing all the scientists come out. Started seeing Newton, Kepler, Boy, Pascal, even Catholic scientists like Galileo. And the thing is that Galileo was hated. I think he was suppressed by the Catholic Church. He was put into house arrest, and he died in house arrest for his opinions and his scientific observations. So what this timeline clearly shows us is that there was a sharp thrust of innovation around the Protestant Reformation. And again, before the Protestant Reformation, see, Britain was not really that much of a powerhouse. But then, after the Protestant Reformation in 1588, Britain defeated Spanish Armada. And that was really when Britain became Imperial Britain, the world powerhouse. And then after that, it was just, progress, all through. But there was something that really happened between 1517 and 760. 776, 776 was when America was born. So between 1517 and 776, there was a host of wars in Europe. And a third of these wars were specifically between Protestants and Catholics. So right from the Protestant Reformation, Protestants and Catholics didn't get along. And eventually, 1776 was the crux of the conflict. And it was the final, step, and Protestants decided to create their own just America. And then you can see from 1760 going into, the creation of America, it had the first industrial revolution, and then subsequently more progress. So what this timeline is clearly telling us is that the Catholic Church was kind of an agent of stagnation, because just about a century after the Catholic Church became the official religious body, Rome, Western Roman Empire fell. And then after the Western Roman Empire fell, Dark Ages began. The Catholic Church was really dominant for about 1100 years before the Protestant Reformation. After the Protestant Reformation, things just took off because the Protestant Reformation just spread all over Europe, and it was just eating into the Catholic hegemony. So that was why there were all these wars. So what the history has told us is that Catholics and Protestants are not the same people. That is one thing that a lot of Americans have forgotten. If you look at in the Constitutional Convention and the signing of the Declaration of Independence, I believe, by the 56 delegates when America was created, of those 56 delegates, 55 of them were Protestants and one of them was Catholic. So at the founding, it was strictly Protestant nation, almost exclusively. And really, that was what America started with. So let's move it along on this timeline after America was created.